focus on the preseason match. From the game we played against All Stars to Manchester United, which we got defeated, and then the Barcelona match. What are the key things you think the fans should be worried about and should be excited about going to the first match of the season?
I think you could see from the All-Star game, first of all, we could see that like the competition was low in terms of a lot of star players in the All-Star team, but there was no cohesion from the team, and you could hear what Rooney said after the press conference, that they came in a day before and they just had to just decide the formation, the people that are going to start and all that. So it was more of, for All Stars it was more fun, but for Arsenal they just need to impress their US fans, and I think that's what they did by scoring goals. And you could see some players like, I think Balogun, I think Arteta should give him a chance this season, at least till January, and let's see what he's going to do for the club. And I think I can pick the likes of Marquinhos. You could see that the loan move that he did to Norwich last season, I think it helped him. You can see the likes of Tomiyasu clicking back and others. So I think it's an impressive display from the All-Star game.
Then and also the Man you can remember we lost the match 2-0 from silly mistakes from Ramsdale and Gabriel. I think it's something we need to cut out in our game, especially when we are playing the big teams. We can see that it's difficult for us to dictate the possession. I think we should go longer more. You could see that in Barcelona's match. As much as we dominated a couple of part of the game, you could see that Ramsdale was going long more. I think that's what we should have done in Manchester United and counter.
I think first of all, in that Manchester United match, I think the most important thing we should look at is the fact that Arteta needs to speak to his players. We need to kill games as much as we can. Once we get our chances, we have to be ruthless. I think we had 2 to 3 cases whereby we should have scored way before they scored, like 2-3-0 up, and we didn't take it. And that's when silly mistake comes. You can see, I won't put too much blame. The blame is on Ramsey, of course, but I think the pitch didn't help also. But in case of Gabriel, I think his position is as important. We see a lot of Arsenal fans on the social media saying we are getting used to seeing Gabriel making 1 or 2 mistakes in the season, and for him to be a top player and to be regarded as one of the best Brazilian centre back in a few years to come, and also like to be able to call him an international player for Brazil, I think he needs to cut those mistakes to be a starter for that Brazilian national team. So I think with that, those are the basic. But we saw the likes of Smith Rowe, we saw the likes of Trossard performing. So like it's a good.
What do you think? I also think what they call Kai Havertz coming in that Manchester United match and Rice, you could see that they didn't understand the game Arsenal was playing just yet. But moving on to Barcelona, you could say that they did more of training. They could understand the game. Only if Rice played in the game.
Yeah, that's what you said. What Arteta said. Arteta said in his press conference, we have 4 midfielders in our team, and most in that match, I think it's just 3 they've not played together before. That Rice, Odegaard, and Alves, they've not really played together before, so it's natural to see that imbalance and uncertainty in some places and phases of the game. So it's normal to see that, and you could see that in Barcelona's game there was improvement from what we saw against Manchester United. And I must talk about Martinez in that match, and I was disgusted. I almost had high blood pressure with shouting out. If I was there, I think that's one of the reasons why I can't be a professional football player, because of temperament. In terms of that kind of tackle Martinez gave, and you could see it in Real Madrid's friendlies against Manchester United. So it's disappointing to see that kind of situation in a friendly. I know we all want to win, but at the end of the day, we need to watch out for each other.
Yeah, and also before we end up today's episode, Timber, we need to focus on that guy. That guy he has played centre back in this preseason. He has played right back, and he has played left back. Why is also inverting in the midfield? We have to talk about him. What do you think of?
I think
what Arsenal fans should expect from
him this season is more of we are not going to be predictable from any team.
We can't be picking our.
They can't pick
Our
starting lineup. And even if we pick our starting lineup, we have ways to change games within the game. So I think that's what we should watch out for this season.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest should be scared of what they're facing in the first match. So I'm impressed in all case instead of the preseason tour, USA and Germany together. I can see last season our preseason we didn't lose at all.
Yeah. So
But now we lost. But at the end of the day, we are seeing improvement, and I think that's what I want to see more of Rice, and I need to see more dominance in that midfield for me.
yeah, that's absolutely right. Then what should our viewers expect from our video coming on next week?
I think first of all we're going to be holding a lot of football fans, likes of Chelsea fans, Manchester United fans, Liverpool fans that are going to be coming on the show. So like we're going to be expecting a lot of debates, a lot of controversies, and also give our predictions on what we're seeing in the coming season. So you guys should watch out. Guys, don't forget to sign up to BetBonanza. They are currently offering 200% sportbook bonus for up to 100k. All you need to do is enter the code 200. Terms and condition applies.